I'm at the beautiful East Coast Park beach and I'm reflecting on game 6, which ended in a draw after 46 moves. Long game indeed. Gukesh had the choice of calling it off in the middle around move 26, but he didn't. He wanted to pursue and see what happens and to see how the game sort of transpires. The game started with Liren starting with white, and he employed the London system. The London system is where you start with your pawn, move it to d4, and then you make space for the bishop on the black square. You move it to f6. You're sort of getting your bishop out of the way so that you can have a opportunity to castle early on. This is a system or a move that Liren is very familiar with. This name comes from a tournament played in London in 1922, and Liren employed this in the last World Chess Championship in 2023 when he beat Ian. So he was very familiar. In fact, you could see that the way the game was paced out. Liren had its first 7-8 moves done within 13 minutes, whilst it took Gukesh more than 50 minutes to get there. Gukesh was definitely under pressure. He could have chosen to draw, but he persisted. Liren could have pushed harder, but eventually he couldn't, and the game sort of came to a threefold repetition, and by move 46 came to a draw. You could definitely say that Gukesh didn't have the upper hand in this particular game. And if you look at the tournament, every time Liren has started with white, it's ended in a draw. The tournament stands at 3 points apiece. Different observers have different viewpoints. Magnus Carlsen, he has come out to say that he hasn't been too impressed with Gukesh thus far. But if you're following Indian chess, there's another player, and I'll talk about him in a bit, but Arjun Erigaisi, the compatriot of Gukesh, who's been backing Gukesh for the long term, he still feels that eventually this will be, a one-sided affair in Gukesh's favor. Remember, whoever reaches 7.5 points first in this 14-game tournament will be adjudged as the winner. Long way to go, 8 more games to go. It starts after a break tomorrow once again when we enter into game 7. But Arjun, who has been in the news since yesterday because he is currently ranked number 4 in the world, and after the legendary Vishy Anand, he's the first Indian to break the 2,800 elo barrier in classical chess. 16 in the history of the game to do so. So, Indian chess overall, I spoke about Divit Reddy yesterday, 8-year-old, who has, won the tournament in Italy. Now you hear about Arjun, who was obviously part of the Olympiad. The whole Indian chess contingent is obviously, brewing with a lot of talent. Mostly from southern India. You've seen Pragyananda, you've seen his sister as well, both men and women. It's really good to see how beautifully Indian chess is coming up. But right now in Singapore, all eyes will be on Gukesh and the 32-year-old defending champion Liren, because it stands at a 3-point draw. 8 games to go. Question is, who is going to win the next game? It's been a while. There have been too many draws. Tomorrow, chess will be back again at Sentosa, which you see somewhere behind me, and myself and Atreya from Revsportz will be here to cover and share more. Prantik from Revsportz, Singapore.